Good evening everyone. I'm Chief Superintendent Dominique Ioannou from the British Transport Police. This afternoon at around 3:45 p.m, we received a report of a train derailment near Lewes station in Sussex. A major incident was declared after 3 carriages of a southern service travelling from London Victoria to Eastbourne derailed. A number of passengers were initially trapped, but thankfully were soon safely evacuated from the train. At this stage, we know that 2 people have sustained serious injuries and a further 18 have suffered less serious injuries. Those injured were assessed and treated at the scene, with some taken to local hospitals for further treatment. A significant emergency response has taken place throughout the evening, involving officers from the British Transport Police, alongside colleagues from Sussex Police, the Fire and Rescue Service, Ambulance Service and Network Rail. First and foremost, our thoughts are with everyone affected by this incident. I'd also like to recognise our officers and emergency service colleagues who have worked incredibly hard this evening in particularly challenging temperatures. I'd also like to thank the local community, shopkeepers and the community centre, whose kindness in supporting the emergency services response and passengers has been felt incredibly strongly. We'll be working closely with the Rail Accident Investigation Branch to establish exactly what happened this evening, and we'll provide further updates when we can. Thank you.
This incident was complex and challenging to deal with and required a carefully coordinated multi-agency response. The ambulance service sent multiple ambulance resources to the scene, including our hazardous area response team, critical care paramedics and advanced paramedic practitioners. In collaboration with other emergency services, everyone on board the train has been assessed, and those who needed medical treatment promptly received the care that they required. We have conveyed 18 people to several hospitals in the region. Our thoughts are with everyone who's been affected by this incident, those on board and those who are at home worried about them. I'm pleased to say that we have, as a coordinated effort, rescued and treated everyone involved. There were no fatalities, and we would like to thank all of the emergency services, the partner agencies and other responders for their professionalism and dedication in dealing with this incident. And we'd also like to extend our thanks to all of those in the local community who have rallied round to support. Thank you.
You said 18 people, was that to local hospitals? I think there was 11 was the figure earlier of injuries. Could you just talk a bit more about that, please?
Yes, there were. We conveyed 18 people. As my colleague said, there were 20 people who went to hospital. We believe there were 2 who have made their own way and self-presented at hospital. There are a range of injuries, 2 of which were categorised as severe and were conveyed to a major trauma centre. The remaining are a mix of injuries of varying severity.
Thank you.
So good evening everyone, and thanks to you all for coming down this evening. My name is Lucy McAuliffe. I'm the Route Director for Network Rail for Sussex. So firstly, I'd like to say that I'm really shocked and saddened by what's happened today. My immediate thoughts and that of our teams are with the injured, the family and friends, and with all those who have been caught up and affected by this incident. Our teams are working closely with industry partners, response teams and the emergency services to ensure that everyone receives the care and support they need. That is our absolute priority right now. The railway between Lewes and Haywards Heath is closed and is likely to remain closed whilst the emergency response continues and specialist teams carry out the complex task of assessing the damage to the train and the infrastructure. I understand that people will have lots of questions about what has happened today. I would like to reassure everyone that we are working closely with the Rail Accident Investigation Branch, who are on site to establish exactly what has happened. At the moment, it would be inappropriate to comment as to the cause of this incident, but more information will be provided as soon as we can. I would like to thank the emergency services and the wider railway family for their professionalism and swift response today. This is an evolving and complex situation. We will provide updates as soon as we have a clearer understanding of the recovery work required and when the railway can safely reopen. In the meantime, customers should check with their train operator for the latest travel advice before they travel. And we recognise the impact that has had to customer journeys today. I can only apologise to everyone who's been impacted by this incident, but I also must thank the local community and the response teams for everything they've done to support the response to this situation.